Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to a brand new video. I thought I would switch it up and give you guys a bit of a different backdrop. So we're in the bedroom today. Who remembers when I filmed all the videos in here because the rest of the house was being renovated? Comment down below if you remember that. But on that note, I thought we would touch on some of the mistakes we have made or I have made during this renovation. So I'm going to walk you through and talk you through some of the mistakes that I made during this first renovation, and hopefully we won't be making in the next one. But before we jump straight into this video, I just wanted to say if you are new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I post 3 times a week here on my channel and it's fashion, home and styling usually. So if you love all of those things, I know you will love it here. Oh, and one more thing, if you just hit the like button, the thumbs up button, you don't understand guys how much that really helps me out on my channel. So I'd be eternally grateful if you could just like this video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first up is the kitchen sink. And I was talked out of a butler sink for the kitchen when we was designing this kitchen, and the reasons why he talked me out of it, I say he was the guy at Wix. We got our kitchen cabinetry from Wix, and also all the things like the sink and the taps and all the things like that. Anyway, I originally wanted a butler sink here underneath the window, and I was talked out of it for the simple fact that he said they're quite low down. So this is at waist high, and I feel like this sometimes gives you a bad back. Like in this country, yeah, they're all just standard height, aren't they? And that's not ideal for some of us because obviously we're at different heights. And if I find, obviously I've got a dishwasher now, but when I used to wash up, because I washed up for 10 years, physically, manually, and it used to really hurt my back after a little while, bending over, and there's no way my husband could wash up in here, because he's 6 foot, what is he? 6'5"? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, he talked me out of it. He said they're quite low. He also said they crack. They've been known to crack. And yeah, that just really, really scared the hell out of me because I love cooking and I'm always in and out of the sink. So as you can see, we've got a gallery kitchen. We've got a gallery kitchen both sides because as you walk into the kitchen, it was just a better use of space to come down both sides. And I can't quite remember now, but it was something to do with, obviously you want your sink underneath your window, but the worktop or something to do with the cabinetry. But yeah, because I'd never done a kitchen renovation before, I just listened to the advice I was being given, and I should have stuck to my guns really. I should have made it work. I did, however, get my butler sinks in the bathroom, so I've got some after all. I really, really enjoyed designing this kitchen, and I really can't wait to do it all over again. In the new house, I'm going to be designing another dream kitchen. Going to be a lot different to this one, but like I said, I've learned a lot of lessons from doing this first one. I know what I want even more for the next one. So this is the bedroom. And the floorboards, as you can see, floorboards, we've done laminate wood flooring. They're not the most expensive, but they weren't the cheapest either. So they've got nice tongue and groove detail, which I think that's really important to have when you're having a floor like this. But basically, we wanted to put this floor down temporarily right at the start of the renovation, whilst we then lived in these rooms, the bedrooms I'm talking about, and then renovated the rest of the house. So that's what we did. And because we didn't have a clue what we were doing in the beginning, obviously we had the floors fitted, we did not realise maybe we should reinforce the original floorboards, because I don't know if you can hear this. squeaky floorboards. So yeah, it's worth noting to make sure your floorboards underneath are all screwed down properly and replaced, and there's nothing worse than a squeaky floorboard, in my personal opinion. Whilst we're in the bedroom, we have our next mistake. So, I don't know if we can see from here. Okay guys, it's terrible lighting in here, but as you can see, it's central to the room, but it's not central to the bed, which really upsets me. I'm definitely a symmetrical kind of a girl. Let me jump on the bed and show you from this angle, because like when I'm in bed, it really annoys me. Right, so I'm sat right in the middle of the bed, and it's like obviously over there to the right, and it just annoys me. It should be central over the bed. So that was a real design mistake. Can you see those plug sockets down there? It's really important, and this is the most difficult thing when it comes to interior designing, because you need to have your room planned out exactly how you want it in order, right from the start, in order for you to hide sockets. So when my husband rewired this house, he put in loads of new sockets because there weren't enough, and they're everywhere, and I didn't know where anything was going in this room. So now I've put my stuff in the room. They're on show, and it really annoys me. You literally have to plan out all your electrics before you've even started. So it's really difficult because if you don't know what you want to do with a room. So what I've learned is in the next house, I will be planning the room before we even go with the sockets, the electrics and the renovations. I've already planned out the bedroom because I feel like that's the room we'll be doing first, and there'll be no plug sockets on show. All the lighting will be designed around the room. Okay, now we are in the bathroom. Now, I did love designing this bathroom. However, I jumped on a trend with this floor. I don't know what it's called, but it's very patterned. Almost Victorian, would you say? I feel like Victorian vestibules have this kind of a flooring in them. The pattern itself is not the issue. I absolutely loved it, and it works really well aesthetically in the room that I've created here design-wise. What I didn't think about was, because it's tiles, is they're very slippy. Well, they're not very slippy, but tiles can be slippy. If they're not textured, they can be slippy. Now, I don't regret putting down the tile. I love tile underfoot. It's just so strong and substantial, and obviously it's waterproof when you've tiled. So I don't regret putting the tile down. I do regret not choosing a textured tile, basically, for the bathroom especially, because obviously your bathroom gets wet and you could potentially slip. I mean, you just have to be like really careful. It's not super slippy, but I would have preferred it to be textured, and the only reason that I know that now is because when we tiled the rest of the house in this herringbone design, yeah, it's got a wood grain texture and there is no slipping on this baby, and I absolutely love this tile. And we've got it all the way through here in the kitchen. I made a mistake with the functionality of these tiles not being textured. I also would not jump on a trend next time either. I would go for a classic tile that's going to be timeless with any design and any colour that you want to change your bathroom to. We went for the butler sinks in the bathroom, so I was very pleased when I finally got some butler sinks, his and her sinks. Fun fact, we actually made the papers by doing this room on a budget because it just looks really luxe. And we actually saved loads of money doing this bathroom all by ourselves. Okay, we're losing daylight, guys, so I'm sorry about the lighting in here. It's normally the best lit room. So the sunroom, which is down here, it is actually an extension. We didn't put the extension in, we just renovated the existing extension. Now, the roof inside here in the extension, it was in fact a plastic roof. Awful. If I can find a picture of what it looked like before, I'll pop it on the screen. We had it all plastered inside so it looks like a proper ceiling, not just a plastic roof, like a conservatory style roof, but it wasn't even nice. What I would really like to have done with the ceiling in that room is popped in a roof lantern. Not for lighting, because we've got all the windows, which is why it's a sunroom, because it's just got the windows all the way around, so we get all the best lighting in this room. And then also the sunsets at the back of the house are beautiful, so it's really nice having dinner and watching the sun go down, and the colours in here, like in the summer, the golden hour in this house is phenomenal. The lighting in this house, I actually said to the estate agent, can we have like viewings in the summer in the golden hour, because they're just gonna fall in love with this house in that hour. But yeah, the roof lantern, not for the lighting because we don't need it, and we've also got this Velux window here in the vaulted roof. I want it purely for aesthetic reasons, and like I said, you can hang a chandelier down as well into the sunroom, and I just think it would look lovely. If we were staying in here and this was our forever home, then I'd absolutely be putting a roof lantern in that space. Okay, we're coming back into the bathroom. Originally, we were just going to have this area inside here, a wet room. So, shower screen all to the floor, and then you just walk in and it'd be a wet room, fully tiled. Ash convinced me to put a bath in. So, putting in the bath was a last minute decision, and I'd not anticipated the bath situation. If I had anticipated the bath situation, I would have pushed for a freestanding bath like this one. Yeah, and it was just a very quick last minute decision to put the bath in, and whilst we were buying all the bathroom suite, we just had it flush, and it was only later that I just thought, oh my god, I should have put a freestanding bath in there. In my husband's defence, he wanted to put the bath in because we know this wasn't our forever home. We've renovated this property to sell, so the fact that we've given them a bath and a shower area, it ticks all the boxes, where if we'd have just done the wet room, which is what I would have originally wanted personally for myself, for my forever home, but I have to like think of other people who was going to be buying the house. Like it appeals to more people if there's a bath and a shower. So yeah, he won with that one, but he won't win in the next one. I'll be having my freestanding bath. So here we've got IKEA PAX wardrobes, and these actually came from the last house, and the last house we lived in, we rented for 10 years, about 10 years, a lot of time, a long time. We've got these IKEA PAX wardrobes, and why can't we see properly? Yeah, we've got these IKEA PAX wardrobes. Now, you can have these taller, like to the ceiling, and you can build them in now so that it would have looked bespoke built in, and that's another like design mistake I made. I mentioned this in my house tour video at Christmas. I'll link that video down below if you want to see the house in so much more detail, but I mentioned it in that video, the void up there, nobody wants that void. Like, what are we putting up there? I've obviously dressed it with a plant because I realised I made the mistake, so I'm trying to make the best of the situation in here right now. But moving forward, if we get any new wardrobes, they're going to be made bespoke to the ceiling. We'll probably get the IKEA PAX wardrobes, the tallest version to the ceiling, and then we'll build them in with the coving around the wardrobe, and it looks all flush and bespoke. The only thing you can do with that space up there is clutter it, and that is not what we're about. You could put some boxes on the top and some baskets to make it look a bit better, but I can't reach up there to get stuff out of the baskets. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want storage all out and open in my tranquil bedroom. So yeah, that was another design mistake I made. Love those IKEA PAX wardrobes, by the way, though. Oh my god, they are amazing, and they're soft closing as well. Still haven't put any handles on these doors, which I need to get round to doing very soon. You've just reminded me I'm going to pop it on my list. But oh But like I said, really soft closing, and I just love the panelled look of them. And if you pick the right handles, they look really, really expensive. And get them obviously bespoke and flush to the ceiling, like I said. And now into the lounge. Bear in mind, we've still got our beautiful Christmas tree up, guys. Currently filming this on the 2nd of January, and the tree will be coming down on the 6th of January, which is the 12 days traditionally after Christmas. But we've not finished the lounge, by the way, so this is all getting changed, but we're not here for that today. I just wanted to show you the crushed velvet sofas in this room. We call these sofas the Renovation sofas. They have seen us through 3 years in this house whilst we've renovated everything during COVID. And these sofas, again, they've come from the last house, but it's a previous design mistake I've made. I jumped on a trend with this sofa. They must be about 6 or 7 year old, not sure. Back in the day, it was all about the crushed synthetic velvet. Oh, it's so awful. I can't even cope. It does the job for us for now. We are looking to buy a new sofa, but we've held off because obviously we're moving house. We don't know what kind of sofa we want for the new house. Another mistake I made was jumping on a trend with those sofas. In the next house, it's a very different vibe in the next house. It's a period property and we need to get it right. Therefore, I'm going to be choosing more of a timeless sofa that I know will go with absolutely everything and that we won't need to buy one for a good number of years. So I can't wait to choose a new one then. And as you've heard me probably say before, it'll be a very good day indeed when I finally get rid of this crushed velvet, which is haunting me. Isn't it funny how we're never 100% happy with what we've got? Every time we've completed a room, I've said, okay, well, we're finished now, but like, are we really finished though? Because there's always something you want to add. And I think it's because it takes so long, and I think it should take you a long time to make decisions, then you're making the better ones. That's also something I've learned. I just think that it's an ever-evolving game, this renovation, home styling game, interior, isn't it? And let's all be honest here. If we absolutely finished, like, we'd have nothing else to do, and then like we'd have to just start again, wouldn't we? Which is what we're doing essentially. Anyway, I just thought I would pop along and share some of the things that have bugged me since we've done this first renovation and I've learnt my lessons from. And hopefully you can take something away from this video too. Have you got any stories or design mistakes? Major ones or minimal ones like mine? Leave them down in the comments. Let's all share our stories, because I think that's just so much fun to read through all your mistakes as well. And then I don't feel like I'm on my own. No one's perfect. Once again, thanks for clicking on this video, guys. I really appreciate you watching me and supporting my channel, and I will see you in Thursday's video, hopefully. Okay, bye.